Hello, metal fans and people randomly searching the internet for porn, and welcome to episode 2 of It's Just My Opinion. Since it's just my second edition of the show, I figure I should introduce some rules that I will abide by and then probably dick around with completely forgetting. First of all, my cutoff time is 3 months ago. I'm trying to focus on newer stuff, and although I do have a lot of classics I've been waiting to talk about, I'm trying to get in the groove with this one first, and also I want to stay current for myself. Secondly, I'm reviewing metal albums only. No pop punk, no classic rock, no dubstep. Although I do like some things from every genre, this is what I like the most, so this is what I'm going to talk about. And finally, it has to be something that's easily accessible. If it's a local band and all I have to go on is a few demo tracks on MySpace, then it's not a good representation and I can't do a good job reviewing it. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started with Caliban. Caliban was actually the third band that played at the first live show I ever went to. And I loved Caliban's last release, so I was really looking forward to hearing what they've got going on nowadays, and I gotta say, it's not bad.
I have to say goodbye to keep myself alive.
The songs are all really heavy, even though some of the singing parts can get a little too poppy, and seem to have more melodic death metal influence than any other album I've heard from these guys. They've been incorporating more and more broad atmospheric sounds into their songs lately, which some people might find off-putting. Me? I enjoy it tremendously, as I feel it gives them more credit as musicians than just, hey, that's pretty heavy. Something else I'm glad carried over from the previous albums is where they have breakdowns that are given the techno riff treatment. Plus, as an added bonus, there's an extra disc in the special edition chock full of covers, which I think you should know by now I love. The best thing is they don't alter the sound of the band's core when they perform them either. Each song is given the Caliban treatment rather than the song giving Caliban a reason to change. So yeah, check this one out. Next up is Astral Doors. I had a radio show when I was in college, which I'm working on bringing back, and one of our favorite things to play was the song Metal DJ by Astral Doors.
He wants a metal DJ. Metal DJ.
Besides the novelty of that one song, though, they had a lot of soul and talent, as well as a singer that probably should have been born in the 80s. So let's see what they've been up to.
Bird Harbor, a tranquil island in the sun. Bird Harbor, the battle was lost, but the war was won.
Well, there's two things that can be said about this. It still sounds like Dio, and it still rules. It sounds a lot like their last album, so I'm glad they're sticking to their strengths, and it's all around fun. In case it's not obvious, I like fun metal and rock and roll. I remember listening to Henry Rollins describe Dio as music you listen to with a homemade cape out of a towel and a pen you hold up to your face like a microphone. And that's exactly what this is like. You can do the metal orange to it, sing along, and rock out. And in my opinion, sometimes that's all you need. And finally, I'm going to be perfectly honest, I never heard of this band until the singer died, which is unfortunately a great way to promote music. Let's be honest, how many people can you count who only listened to Ronnie James or Pete Steele after they passed? But there was a lot of hype going on around Woods of Ypres beforehand, and I just never gave it a second glance. So now I'm going to sit down and listen to their final offering with David Gold.
Before enduring years of sorrow, there was a crack of electric light coming down from a darkened sky.
The singer is incredibly similar to Pete Steele in terms of tone and progression when he sings, but the growls make it a completely separate entity. There's also some incredible solos and fills that don't change the overall tone of the album. I'll admit I do not listen to a lot of doom metal, black metal, or black and doom metal, which this is described as being. But this is, without attaching a label, just a very well done album. As I'm writing this script out, this is on in the background, and I'm misspelling words just so I can listen more intently to the dark atmosphere that the album's producing. There's also some times when the drums don't exactly keep up, which can get a little distracting, but all in all, it's a pretty solid, very unique sound. Which is difficult to say as a casual fan of black metal, where, when it comes right down to it, I feel all of it sounds the same. I think there's a lot of potential with the band to continue making great music, and although David Gold is no longer with them, I hope their other projects can do something comparable to this. Sorry I ended on kind of a downer on this episode, so to make up for it, here's Glenn Danzig being punched in the face. Classic. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment telling me what I should review next, and until next time, remember, it's just my opinion.